Hi and welcome back to Kanji Master. It's our first kanji for today here. It's a kanji for grass or weeds, herbs, pasture, write or draft. The kunyomi reading is so, as in like so suru, to draft or write a rough copy. And then the onyomi reading, the kunyomi reading is kusa or gusa, which means grass obviously. To draw it, it's just this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. It's the kanji for early at the bottom with like the radical for grass at the top. It's pretty simple. If you're trying to think of a way to remember it, let's imagine that we all know the kanji for flower. If you remember correctly, it's the person with the spoon. He's got little horns on his head. So this is what a flower looks like, we know that. So this isn't quite a flower yet. But before a flower becomes a flower, it looks kind of like it's sprouting up, and the sprouts look very similar to weeds, or sprouts look very similar to grass. Sorry. So if you can imagine before it becomes a flower, it's grass. Before it becomes a flower, it's grass. It's early. It's too early to be a flower, so it's grass. Which is a bit strange, but there you go. On to the next one. This next kanji will likely look familiar to you, because it's if you throw a tree next to it, just here. That's like school, gakko. The onyomi reading is the same for this one. It's ko. The kunyomi reading is majiwaru, to intersect. Mazaru, to mix or to blend. Kawasu is to exchange, and komo is like alternatively. To draw it's pretty simple, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, if you break it down, you can it's a lid on your dad. Essentially, maybe you're trying to stop your dad from, maybe your dad's a really embarrassing guy, and he just keeps talking to all your friends and saying stupid stuff, so to keep him quiet, you have to put a lid on his head. And that solves the problem. And so every time you think about mix, or mingle, intersect, cross, it's like put a bloody lid on his head. Stop him from talking so much. Stop him from mixing and mingling with everyone. Cool. On to the next one. Okay, next up we have the kanji for little brother. The onyomi reading is te, or dai, or de. And the kunyomi reading is toto, meaning little brother. The stroke order is quite simple. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strokes. To try and remember this, we think that you got to try and imagine a young kid, your little brother. If you don't have one, just imagine you have one. On a slide, he's got these sort of horns on his head, because horns are awesome. He's got a spring and he's sliding down a slide with a big stick. I mean, that sounds ridiculous. That's literally what Wanikani has told us to remember as well. So, kind of out of luck with this one. Let's maybe just draw it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. On to the next one. Okay, next we have the kanji for barley or wheat. The onyomi reading is baku, which I think I have heard before, but I don't remember the word. And the kunyomi reading is mugi, which means wheat. This one's relatively easy to remember. It's like the top is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can remember, when you draw it, it's very similar to the kanji for life. I had a little thing on there, but you're missing that. You can still remember it. So life, and then this one looks very similar to winter, doesn't it? Minus those 2 lines at the bottom. So, what's your life during winter? It's your wheat. It keeps you alive. You have to eat wheat to survive in winter. Wheat is your life. Let's do that one more time. That's it. On to the next one. So the next kanji we're going to look at today is the kanji for angle, corner, square, horn, or antlers. Most commonly probably angle or corner. The onyomi reading is kaku, and the kunyomi reading is kado or tsuno. To draw it's pretty simple. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, to remember the shape, it's relatively simple. If you remember this kanji for task, also the kanji for 2 moons. Remember correctly, you're tasked with putting the 2 moons. NASA told you to put the 2 moons together. Well, they're even more specific now. After you finish your task, you think you're done, they want you to put a different angle on it, because it's not the right angle for them. So you stick a little hook in the top of the left one, drag it across. The top of the part here reminds me a little bit of a hook, so I think that's the way to think about it. Cool. On to the next one. And the last kanji we're going to have a look at today is the kanji for color. The onyomi reading is shoku or shiki, and the kunyomi reading is iro. Most commonly, iro I think is probably the most common reading for this one. To draw it's pretty simple. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. We can try and break it down into two parts. The bottom part kind of looks like, if you can imagine, a double bed. And there's the pillow 1 and pillow 2. That's your bed, and then you sort of, as we mentioned in the last kanji, this is kind of a hook. It's kind of like a hook. So if you can imagine that your bed is quite a boring place to be, you want to add some colour to your bedroom. So you add this hook to your bed. What it tends to do is pretty grotesque, but what it tends to do is as you're getting in, you keep cutting yourself on it. This makes everything sort of red and throws colour everywhere. It's disgusting and painful. You don't really know why you're doing it. You just want to add colour to your bedroom. So I'll draw it one more time. Cool. We already know a couple of colours, I think, don't we? White and blue. And we'll learn more as we go on. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining us for Kanji Master. See you again tomorrow.